I never thought my own daughter would destroy me, she said with a trembling voice. My name is Margaret, she whispered softly. I'm 72 years old. Today I'm sharing the most painful story of my life, she said emotionally. This is about betrayal, about love turned to ashes, she paused dramatically. And the cruelest truth that my own flesh and blood inflicted upon me, she cried sadly. 50 years ago, when Emily was born, she said nostalgically, we thought we had everything, she laughed softly. Robert worked at the factory. We were poor, but filled with so much love, she said tenderly. Emily was our angel, our precious baby girl, she said joyfully. But how could we have known, she whispered fearfully, that this angel would shatter my life into a million pieces? She said angrily. Robert worked 3 jobs so Emily could play piano, she said with pride and pain. When Emily turned 10, she fell in love with the piano, she recalled. Piano lessons were expensive, way beyond what we could afford, she said struggling. But did Robert say no to his little princess? She asked. Never, she said emotionally. He started working 3 jobs, she cried quietly. Barely sleeping 4 hours a night, destroying his health. Killing himself slowly, she described painfully. All for Emily's happiness, she sobbed. I remember her first piano recital when Emily was 12, she said with voice breaking. She played Moonlight Sonata like a professional, she smiled through tears. Robert and I cried tears of pure joy, she laughed happily. That's our daughter, Maggie, he whispered, squeezing my hand. She imitated his proud voice. How could we have known, she said with anguish, that this same daughter would throw us on the street like garbage? She cried uncontrollably. Emily promised, I'll make you rich, Mom, but it was all a lie, she said with bitter irony. When Emily turned 18, she went to college for business, she said hopefully. I'm going to build an empire, she said excitedly, she recalled. You and Dad will never worry about money again. We were so happy, she said emotionally. Robert took his entire retirement savings. Every penny he saved for 30 years, she emphasized painfully. We even took a second mortgage on our house, she cried quietly. You're our hope, sweetheart. I told her, she said with motherly love. I promise I'll never disappoint you, Mom. Cross my heart. She imitated Emily sweetly. But it was all a lie. She screamed in agony. Everything was fake, she cried bitterly. I even sold my mother's jewelry, all of it, she sobbed. After the wedding, Emily's call stopped. Then Robert's heart stopped. She said with growing dread. Emily moved into Jake's massive mansion. 8 bedrooms, a swimming pool, marble everywhere, she described in awe. But her visits became less frequent, she said with concern. Weeks would pass without seeing our daughter, she revealed painfully. Mom, I'm incredibly busy. I have a career, she imitated coldly. In the middle of the night, clutching his chest, gasping for air, she described the horror. I called Emily immediately, screaming, Emily, please. Your father might die. Come right now. She cried desperately. There was a pause. She said fearfully. Then Emily's cold voice. Mom, I'm in the middle of a business meeting. I'll try to come by later, she imitated with horror. Later, she screamed in disbelief. Her father was dying, she cried hysterically.